was the dawn of the...
All right, welcome back to the stream. Just getting logged into the server here. And all right, we are good to go. So last time we were here, we left off with getting back to the space station here, since we did have a life support module at the other place, out in Nimath. Tonight we're going to go ahead and get that finished as a livable area, so we can continue looting out there. So I brought back the stuff that we had last night. So we have brought back the Proteus jetpacks, and one thing that I wanted to show y'all is the big difference between these. Take a look at the attach point. These hold 30 oxygen and 10 jetpack fuel, as opposed to our normal suits 10 and 3. So substantially better. I also brought everything that we had to break apart back here, so we are up to 10 circuits again. Actually, this over. Huh. There we go. So with that, what I'm going to do to start with, we have a helmet, we have 2 jetpacks. I'll make us one of these and start the craft on that. 32 there, 70 here, and 3 here. So, as you can see, these guys are relatively expensive, so you want to make sure you have a nice stockpile. We'll go ahead and craft that guy up. That'll take just under 2 minutes. And with that in mind, I think I'm going to leave the jetpack here for right now. We need to go and grab... Okay. Not really any reason to bring that jetpack along right now. So I'm going to go up and grab the helmets, both of them, because I would like to have them both here. I think I'm going to take them out to Nimath with us. I'm going to bring one in so that way I can put it on once we get the suit made. But that's going to really help reduce the amount that we actually have to... that we have to replace our jetpacks for oxygen reasons or refill them with the small canisters. The one downside is that you still have limits to your battery capacity, which kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, so we got the 2 Proteus helmets here. Take both of those. Actually, probably a good idea to take a couple suits of the Mark 9s out to the new place that we're going to, just so that way we have them in case we need them. We can take all of these batteries. There's no reason for us to keep them on here. We'll go and transport them over to the mining ship. And I know I said I was going to do mining at some point here. We definitely will. It'll probably end up being this weekend. I guess maybe tomorrow night. Oh, we'll see. We'll see which day we get around to it, but we haven't needed to just yet. So it hasn't been a priority. this stuck on here. If I remember correctly, these guys can go, yeah, they can go into medium slots too, so I'm just going to put them on there manually. Probably should move all of our raw resource canisters up here, but I'm not going to bother right now. One thing I am thinking of doing is taking our refined resource canisters and putting them on this stereops over here for expeditions out to Nimath, because then any new storage containers that we come across, we can actually go ahead and loot those up. Then I got our little bookshelf sitting over here, or a bookend. Again, book holder. God, I love the way those things look. Alright, let's go get our new suit on, because I like the Proteus suit. It's nice. I like it. That open. So when you're going to change your suit, it's a little bit more involved than just drag and drop. You actually have to remove everything from your inventory, and then you take the suit off, because the suit is your storage. So I'm gonna go ahead, put these guys over here for right now. Oh, there's a pair more batteries over here. Didn't realize that. Alright. Those guys there. I'm gonna drop our suit off over here. So you can't actually drag your suit off. What you have to do, click on it, remove outfit. There we go. Go ahead and put that there. Take the Proteus suit. So right away we get 6 more utility slots. Awesome. 2 more consumable slots. Again, awesome. 2 less ammo slots. Not as nice, but completely fine. Go ahead and grab these. Now the thing is, take your helmet off, otherwise you'll be consuming oxygen. You can't raise the visor on these. That's something to be aware of. So, I'm trying to think. I'm gonna take the other Proteus jetpack with us, keep it on the ship. One of the other things that I want to make is this transport box. These things are very, very nice to have. Let's make 2 of these. So a downside about them, they were added in the last patch, which nothing wrong with that, but the problem with it is that all the items that were added in the last patch haven't been fully updated to sit on shelves yet. So right now the only place that you can keep the transport boxes is on in your inventory or on the floor. Now on the floor, it's kind of hit or miss. Like, you got to be careful about that. Sometimes they just randomly disappear. I've had that happen with a couple things, not very frequently. Other people have noticed it a lot more than I have, but it's definitely something to be aware of, that it can happen. So you kind of want to be careful about that. The neat thing, over here, click on it, go container slots. Now we got 6 extra slots. Pressure suit. We're going to take all of this stuff. Jetpack, all of this stuff is going to be coming with us. Second one, I like putting these at the end just so that way they're kind of out of the way of my normal usage. So, refined resource containers. Empty. Alright. So first things first that we need to do before we head back out to Nimath, we need to go ahead and find ourselves a life support module. Should be nice and simple to do. They're all over the place here. But we get that. We have the power module. We've got the 2 Mark IV catalysts, which I'm going to take out to the new place in Nimath. Because I think it's going to be more beneficial for us out there than it is here. And again, that's something you have to be cognizant of when using the Proteus suit, is that you have to take off and put back on your suit. How helmet. Otherwise, yeah. Just, again, it's not like a super big pain, but you just have to be aware of it. That one. Take more of these. More of these. Yeah, we can actually haul a lot of things now, which is awesome. And if I didn't have the welder on me, I could actually take everything. All of these. But that's okay. We'll just take what we can and come back in for another trip for the last one. We really need it, but you know, it's just good to have. All these beauties put away. Why I'm doing it that way, I do not know. I just... unload all the things. Alright. So, that guy, that guy, that guy. And we have to do that one manually, which is fine. Slam that guy there, that there. Okay, so we don't actually have any more room for Proteus jetpacks there, which is fine. So I'm going to just put these spare jetpacks here. We should have plenty of room on the life support module for a couple extra things. So, like I said, the one last thing that I want to grab before we go is that last refined container. We don't necessarily need it, but I'm not going to use it here in Ether. So otherwise it's just literally taking up space. So I just want to take it and be gone with it. There we go. So I just realized something. I put our Mark IV catalysts in here along with our Mark IV resource injectors. Let's take those back because they are coming with us to Nimath. And we got the tier 1. I'll take it along just because. And so yeah. Doesn't hurt in case that we have 4 slots that we can put catalysts, and we've only got 2 of the Mark IV catalysts, so yeah, might as well. Close it. And get this guy pressurized up. Turn that guy on. I forgot that to get more of those. That's okay. I don't really care that much. Take that off. Oh, this is something else I want to do. I wanted to replace our Mark I resource injector with a Mark IV in here. We'll use RCS a lot less frequently, which admittedly not super critical, but at the same time, the less we spend, the less we have to worry about finding more. Oh, go ahead and throw all of these things on here. And if we were to lose our ship now, it would be very bad. So most likely we're going to lose our ship, but you know, it is what it is. Drifting away. Life support module will need to be repaired. Alright, so we're probably going to be away from here for quite a while. So, life support module. Hey, look at that. LS section. That is exactly what we want. Perfect. Alright, so we'll get this life support section and then we will head back to Nimath. Find our last station. Actually, we might grab a command module as well while we're here. Might not be a terrible idea. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't decided exactly how we're gonna have everything set up. Alright. BE1. We'll go and loot it first, and then we will grab a section. Can't see from this distance if I'm on the right side or not. I don't think I am. So let's go ahead and get ourselves topside. Yeah. See the bracing on the bottom. Alright. We will get that guy a moment here. And keep ourselves like this. Helmet on. Close. Depressurize. And let us go do some real quick looting. Got a couple sections to check. I see a armature there. Don't really care about that. There's the shattered platings, which right now I don't care about, so I'm not going to even bother with it at the moment. I'm only really looking for the things that give circuits. Ooh, I gotta go up actually. I don't see anything there. Check this one since I'm here. I don't see anything on the bottom. I see another armature. Nope, nothing there. Nothing there. What about the other 4 sections? Oop, I see something there. A damaged transmitter. That's 2 more circuits. Okay. Armature. See something there. Shatter plating. Okay, don't care about those. So go in and see if there's anything worth taking in here. Hopefully there's going to be a couple carbon filters. That would be nice to have. Another one. There's another jetpack, which I do not care about right now. They're not really even worth breaking down. At least not for me right now. You don't get circuits out of them. Fire extinguisher, you know, I'm going to take that. I don't think I've ever once used a fire extinguisher in this game, but it's not a bad idea to have them just in case you need them. Ooh, 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 ooh. What do we got there? Oh, magazine. Or pistols. We'll take it. Okay. Another Mark 9 suit. Don't need that at the moment. Ooh, we'll take the refined resources container for this expedition. I contemplated taking this section. It's a 3-way join. But I don't think I'm going to. Oh, I'm sorry. Not that one. It's the one over on the other side. Just gonna check real quick. So there can be a turret over here, but I didn't see it, so I figured we were good to go. Oh, that's empty. Stuff is empty. We'll go ahead and repair this stuff up real quick. You can see it's kind of similar to the outpost that we had, as far as like this back section layout and where the doors are. It's got the 2 pods, but doesn't have that middle section that ours has. This one's much more open. It also doesn't have the cargo terminal anywhere, which is unfortunate, but we have the storage module over there. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. So with that, we will have a spare Proteus suit when we get over there, which is awesome. So some people also just end up like hauling some like this module with them wherever they go, or one of the hibernation modules, because it's a respawn point. And if you have that with your ship, wherever you go, you can just basically respawn at your ship. I saw a resource container or injector on the ground here. Nope, nope, nope. That's a carbon filter. Apologies. I'm better. Let's see here. Small resource container. Don't want it. What we got in here? Real quick search out here. The raw resource container. We'll go ahead and take that. Something to take back with us next time. Okay, a couple welders, and this is a Mark 1 resource injector. Do not really want it. Not gonna really help us at all. Another magazine. Alright. So, with that in mind, we got one more section to loot, and then we can detach the extra sections and head back to Nimath. That guy. There. There. There's a crowbar, which we really don't care about. Not in there. Alright. So let's go ahead and get this guy ready for transport. Let's see up there. Okay, I was just seeing things. Not surprising. I see things all the time. That section. We'll lose gravity here again. Alright. We can turn the light off. Don't need to be using up our precious, precious suit power at the moment. Because there is not one here. And this is why I grabbed the fire extinguisher. And just throw one on there. So if you're ever looking, good place for Proteus suits. Life support modules, even in Bethard. So I know I found the helmets as well somewhere in Bethard. I can't remember where. It's probably in these life support sections. You might be able to find the jetpacks as well. I just know that they're pretty darn rare. So alright, so with that, everything is disconnected. Let's go and hook ourselves up to this. But we do have more damage we can repair up and be good to go. Good enough for the trip. So like I said, I might also go and find a command module to take with, because that's a 4-way intersection, which would be really nice to have to fit everything that we want out here at the new place. I hate how it turns you when you make a transition between components. Those pressurize that and take that off. Okay, so another thing is we don't really have the storage. Well, maybe we do. I forget how much storage space we have in here yet. Oh, we got plenty of storage. Never mind. I was gonna say we were gonna put the resource containers in our transport box, but do not need to do that. Guys, we have the carbon filter, which I want to get installed in here. Apparently, it is drifting away from us. Is it? There it is. I'm down. I am really cockeyed. Holy crap. Yep, I am really cockeyed. I think I never docked before. Holy crap. Okay, well, regardless. What else do we have in the general vicinity? Production. Would like to go to the production and loot, but no need to. Habitats, not really worth it. Power sections, not what I'm looking for right now. This section over here. Power, habitat, production, life support, junkyard. Again, not what I'm looking for. So, that's Burner. That's Everest. There we go. This is the one we want. We want to go to that guy. Checking. Make sure that we're not going to jump through the planet at all. I should say through the moon. Oop. Helps if I'm paying attention to what I'm doing. Oh, yeah, we're good. Alright, so we'll hop over, grab this command module, bump the mouse there. Okay. And for that, we will need these two. With that, we shall be good to go. You get the command module over there. And yeah, we will have everything we need for over there, and we can do as much looting as we would like. The only thing we'll need to do is do a bunch of looting over there to get nitrogen and oxygen in order to pressurize a bunch of the area. Which will be fairly important, obviously. Alright, so this is gonna be a little bit fun. By fun, I mean getting everything attached up to, or I should say getting life support attached to this, and then warping this out to Nimath. Oh. Now, if I really wanted, I could also take a solar module. Wouldn't be the end of the world. Yeah, I think I will. I think I'll take a solar module with as well. Alright, I'm going to keep us a little ways away from it for right now, because we got a detached life support module and get that all attached up. So, let's go do our looting real quick. Look happy. While we're doing the looting, we will also start detaching corridors that we do not want. So, speaking of corridors we don't want, we're not going to want these two sections, but I'll do those last. There's this derelict section here, that one up there. Don't want those. We're going to take that solar. That will be 3 modules with the life support, the command module, and the solar. With that, that is the maximum that we can take and still jump. That'll give us some passive power gen, which, don't get me wrong, I do like passive power, it just doesn't provide that much power. And they're worth taking. Might as well just do a search around the outside quick. See anything there? Saw broken armature there. Not seeing anything over here worth taking. Let's stabilize ourselves quick. Nothing on top there. Nothing over here. Okay. Let's get to looting. Mark 1 Singularity Cell Detonator, not interested. Grab one of the stim packs. Probably actually going to use that here. We are a little damaged from yesterday. There ain't much here. A couple resource canisters. So I mean, if you're like in dire straits, you know, you hop over here to grab some. That's something to be worth noting is like Ether, while it is quite safe, there really isn't much of anything here, and as I was just saying, while I'm here, I should start detaching these pieces that we don't want. To that section. Quick check. I've never seen one in Bether in these, but there can be turrets. Turret spot right there. It's really unpleasant to run into. I have ran into that before in some of the higher difficulty areas, and the military junkyard has it as well. This is, I think, the solar module that we want. Yes, it is. So this is going to stay attached. I'll deal with repairing it all up when we get out there. Do a full over check on everything. It's at 50%, which is a little bit concerning. Okay, so this is the section that we don't want. I will take the spare warp cell. Important. See anything else in here? Could be something there. Probably not. Oh. Nothing. Alright. Right here. Unhook. Unhook. Loading again. This would be the last derelict section we need to check. Oh, going a little fast. I saw anything in there. Jetpack and a pressure suit. Don't want. Don't want. Anything? No. Okay. So yeah, we've oh, health pack. Go ahead and take us another spare one of them. I don't remember if I have a spare slot or not. If we don't, we can just throw it out. It's not a big deal. Turn that off for now. Patch. Detach. Alright. So now we are left with the command module and one solar. Which is exactly what we want. Let's go ahead and get ourselves access to the upper areas here. Another one for here. Okay, that opened up. And what do we have on here? Another Mark 9 power, or pressure suit. Helmet, not pressure suit, derp. Nothing in there, nothing on the spare things. Security panel. Yep. Go ahead and claim that, we'll deal with all that later. Nothing there. A little damage, but in that it's okay. Let's us check. Turn that off real quick. What? Oh, that's right. This thing does not have any storage capacity. Lovely. That's fine. So we do own this place. Unpowered at the moment, which is annoying, but we'll deal with it. I didn't see a huge amount of damage on it, so I think we're going to be fine. That goes out to the solar module, not where I want to go. I want to get outside completely. Come on, outside. Now then, where did I leave my ship? There we go. First thing I want to do is get closer and look up the match speed with the command module. Since we disconnected things, it got pushed away slightly, so I want to make sure that we are all hooked up with that. Now, as much as I would like to just connect up using either of these, probably isn't gonna work. So lights off. We're already at like half battery. That sucks. I guess there's charging ports on the command module. That's fine. As I was saying, we don't really want to try to dock up with these two connected because it will probably be quite a bit wonky. But first things first, we have to get ourselves match speed so that way it is easier to deal with. I want that guy. I want to see how we're positioned as well. I'm just going to attach this life support right off the end of, I think, that section on the right there. Don't see anything floating to our right, so we should be good to go a little faster than normal. Kind of line ourselves up. Not like perfect lineup, but hey, it is what it is, right? Alright, go ahead and match. Perfect. I know I still have my helmet on. I'm getting back out right away. Alright, close the inner door and depressurize. Alright, so that is the correct docking port. We want to connect up to that guy there. There. Distance a little faster because it's really slow at the moment. All right. Slow down a little bit to make sure that it docks nicely. Perfect. Okay. So that's all good. Let's get back in our stereops. Now then. Docking. Basically, with the positioning of everything, I'm gonna dock up to the command module. Just because it's gonna be easier, everything's gonna be out of the way. If I was being a little bit more intelligent, I probably would have docked the other side of the life support up to the command module, because then I could still dock up to the command or the life support module, nice and easy. But as it stands, I already docked up. I don't want to detach them and go again, so I'll just dock up to the command module and apply all of that out to Nimath.
User entered your channel.
And we're going to be in here for a while, so let's...
User disconnected
off.
from your channel.
Alright. Now then, docking is over here. Ourselves down a bit, so we're going to have to dock up to there. Match underbelly, about like that. Perfect. All right. A little bit hot yet, so we'll go ahead and do something like that. Actually have to turn about like so. A little bit. Actually, I'm still a little cockeyed. Probably something like that. I was actually quite a ways off. That's okay. Nice dock. Perfect. All right. So at this point, let us on the right side and above of that. So we should have this. Probably gonna be a little annoying. That's okay. We're used to it. Come on. Oh, a lot bigger than I thought we could make. Pretty sure we had something like that. Go there. I'm gonna give myself a little bit longer to go. Yeah, that's what I thought. We don't quite have enough in our fuel cell to get there, so we need to pump in our new one. We still have a lot of warp capacity in that, but we do need a better one. So if we just click on our custom orbit again, say warp to 3, I'll give myself a little bit more time. Oh dear God. We can't take everything. Okay, with that in mind. Oh God. Well, if we get stuck out there, we'll just have to make everything we need in order to get back. So, let us lose the solar module. We can get more of those out there. The bare minimum, most important thing to grab would be the life support module. Everything else is secondary. So, cells inside, life support is to the left. Life support is this way, corridor B. Detach that. Come on, stay up here. Alright, that section has been removed. Why it just throws you in random directions, I will never understand. Get ourselves back aboard. Having trouble orienting myself at the moment. Close and pressurize. Let's see if we can get out there without the solar module now. I'm really hoping we can, because otherwise we're going to have to lose the command module as well, which I really don't want to have to do. Warp 2, 3. Nope. Nope, we have to lose the command module too. Damn it. Well, we just wasted a bunch of time then. For pretty much no reason. Oh well. That's what it is, right? Detach. Detach. Pop out. We go back over, detach our ship, attach back up to the life support, and get ourselves to Nimath. Rolling. Close and pressurize. Let's try this again. Well, thankfully, we're not going to have to leave anymore. Come on. I hate how RCS is not effective inside damn airlock. Ah. So, what I want is, yeah, the LSM, life support mod. Alright, I want to go up a little bit more forward. That's probably high enough. Wait to get pretty much right over top of it, and okay. Still need to go up and rotate quite a bit. Too much. There. Alright. Too much adjusting. There. Good enough. And attached. Alright. Now, let's try yet again. A little more time, because I still have to make sure I'm not going to jump through a celestial body. Good God, that's going to take up a lot of our power. Okay, so we are not jumping through it there. Hop back to my ship. Yep, we are golden. All right. Sorry about the blinding light. Alright, and with that 9.5 minute jump, I'm going to pop away for a little bit, and I will see you guys when we get there. So pop back in about 9 minutes and we'll be back on. See you soon. All right, we are coming up on the end of our long warp. Hopefully we're going to have our station that we started yesterday sitting here waiting for us. Relatively close, at least. Now we get to try to scan down. Oh, there's another doomed outpost. And it's still early. Alright, well, at the very least, we have to start jumping around and see if we can find our station. We don't necessarily have to go and dock with it right now and do all of that fun stuff, but at the very least, we need to scan it down so that way we can find it for a while. I feel like I'm a little bit too far out anyway. That's fine. Warp 30. Oh my god, it's bright. So bright. And this is basically the exact same process you use for trying to find an Argus. You have to set up a custom orbit around the planet and be jumping around, scanning. Yeah. Now, I am going to get us over to that doomed outpost so we can loot that guy, because as we saw yesterday, that has some crazy good loot in it. And then we'll go back to continuing to try to find our settlement we started yesterday. Our outpost that we started yesterday. Hello! How are you tonight? Alright. Get in here and get the looting. Sure, what's up? So this game is very good. It still is very much early access. I think the game has been out for a year or two. I'm not sure which one, but it's been out for a while. Development's continuing on it. It really depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for exploration itself, this one is getting better. It's getting the story aspect into the game. They did that in like the last patch, so it's very good, but I don't know if I'd really go so far as to recommend it for a space exploration game just yet. But like I said, it's definitely getting there. A game like Empyrean is another good one. It's a little bit more focused on the building, but there is a lot of content. Really, the three games that I played space-wise is this, Empyrean, and Space Engineers. And, you know, they all kind of fill their own unique niches. But if you're looking for just like a pure exploration experience, Empyrean might be the best route for you to go. This one is, for the most part, designed to be a multiplayer experience. I am playing it single player at the moment because my friend that was going to be joining me, he hates the controls of it, so he left. So it's not quite as fun with just a single player, but then you also have to deal with PvPing if you play on the public servers, and you know that comes with its own set of challenges. But it's definitely a good game. It's very high on my list of recommended games. Also, if you're looking for a challenge, this game is definitely there. The movement alone, it drives people kind of insane. It's like pure Newtonian physics. So me personally, I love it, but a lot of people have a hard time adapting to it. And you do end up bouncing off from things quite a bit, as you can see. Thankfully, they do have a grab mechanic. Left shift is kind of stabilizes you as you're moving around. To a certain extent, at least. Oh, most definitely. This game does have an insane amount of potential. The only downside that I've encountered with it is the development speed is a little slower than what I like, at least compared to other games. So, pros and cons, right? All this good stuff. There, we got our Cthulhu book holder again. Not getting as much loot this run, unfortunately. Hopefully the other section, the derelict section, has better stuff. So yesterday we came out here and looted, and we got 4 Tier 4 modules, which was one heck of a find. Kind of gave us one heck of a springboard. He was going to play, but like I said, he just couldn't stand the movement. But yeah, that's how we were going to be playing, is completely PvE until a late game. Like once we get fully established and like we're all set, then we have a little bit of fun with PvP. Like we play Ark together, and that's how we play Ark too, is we band up in the beginning, and then once we get like very established and we want to see who can make a better team, so we end up, you know, splitting into different groups. And all the servers are PvP. There's no real distinction between PvP and PvE server-wise, so you can do PvP on every single server. So you have a base and a ship that when you're offline, they still stay in game, so people can come and raid you if they want to. You know, one of the most important things that everybody on, if you go to like forums or anything or any help groups, that they tell you is to move your your starting station away from the starter planet, so people have a harder time finding you. But yeah, I've been playing this game as just PvE for right now. At some point here, once I get done with my first series, I'll end up to like a public server and playing the PvP aspect on that and see how it goes. So with those 2 catalysts we found, that will fully upgrade our power module once we can find it again. I think I came through here already. Yes, I did. Okay. So one other thing I'd recommend doing, like especially when you're first starting out, hop on their Discord. They have a link to it in their Steam page, in the discussions. A lot of the people there are extremely helpful. I very highly recommend hopping on their Discord. Lots of cool people over there to talk to. There's also, if you decide to go on the public servers, there's a looking for group section that you can find people to play with and band up with. It's really nice. That's also where you'll find the most up-to-date information about upcoming updates that are coming to the game. Let's see if we can find any resources on the outside here. Unfortunately not. All the planets are, right now at least, they are basically hazards. You want to stay, you know, you have to be kind of around them, but you don't want to get too close to them. We left the starting area earlier. I could have showed you what Burner's like. It's one of the moons around the starting planet, and the orbits for pretty much everything around there get really close, and you get the atmospheric effect, like you're entering the atmosphere, and that's kind of an indication that if you go any further, you're going to die. So don't do it. So yeah, right now it is purely space. And I don't think they're going to be changing that, because I think that's kind of like their design decision, is it's a purely space-based game. Like, what they say about the game is, the premise of it is, what do you do when everything starts failing in an extremely hostile environment and you can't just go and buy a replacement part? So when you start out on a station that is in a decaying orbit that's crashing into the planet, and you have to get off from that. You get the ship that you're seeing, you get into right now, that's given to you, and very basic, a very basic outpost. There's not really a whole lot there, and you have to really work to get yourself to a point to where you're not struggling to survive anymore. But that's like the whole premise of the game, is extreme survival in space, is, I guess, the best way to put it. There. Now, after we looted that, back to trying to find our outpost that we started working on. That's not it. I lost that. Life's for much. So the farming aspect of it would be going out to these derelicts that I have highlighted at the moment and collecting resources from that. So you can find, if I could find my station that I have around this planet somewhere, I could show you the different things. But there's, in the starter area, I say starter area, the planet is called Bether. There is an asteroid belt, so you can go and mine resources on that. And with that, you can, using a life support module or the outpost that you start with in the beginning, you can make the air that you need in order to breathe. You can refill your jetpack with oxygen and nitro for moving around. Then there's also the fabrication module that you can get in order to make parts, like upgrades and replacement parts, you know, more suits or replacement suits, etc. For the cost of crafting materials, which you saw me flying around the outside of the station there for a little bit, and I gathered things like this ruptured insulator. You can recycle them to get parts. There's 3 different crafting components. There's the alloys, which isn't shown here in the recycling output. There's carbon fibers, and there's circuits. But then there's also raw ingredients. So you see, like on my hip here, there's this refined resource container that has oxygen. So oxygen is one of the 5 raw resource or refined resources. This one has nitro. There's also nitrogen, hydrogen, and helium-3. The combination of those 5 plus the 3 crafting components, you can basically make everything in the game. So if you don't actually want to go out and loot places, you don't have to, but it's kind of an integral part of the game. You can also go and loot other players for those items as well, or their upgrades. Oh, I don't have enough power. Great. So, I'm going to be sitting here for a little while I recharge. Actually, let's check. So we're going to turn that guy offline. There we go. That's a little bit more power. There is, yes. So you saw me there a little bit ago looting what's called a doomed outpost. They're in very select few stations, but they have really good loot. And actually, give me 1 second here. Close that and I'll go outside here. I actually looted an entire module from a place earlier today. This was one of the last pieces that I was looking for our outpost here in this planet. This entire thing on the bottom here is a life support module. So in it you find things like jetpacks and suits and helmets and carbon filters and things that you would need to just survive. There's the production modules, which are a little bit more designed for the raw resources. And then there's military outposts that are more the combat focus. But yeah, there's different structures. They're called derelicts that are all lootable to collect. Yeah. But then you can also go and salvage actual modules like what I did here in order to construct a base that has everything that you need in order to survive and eventually start thriving. Really, the fabrication module is what you really need to thrive, because then you can make anything you need. There's also the cargo module to be able to store all of your loot that you get and break it down into its raw resources to make other things, and it's pretty good so far. I like the game. power here. We're getting there. Do another jump already, though. That's good. Alright. Real quick, we'll scan again. That's the doomed outpost. Hopefully soon here we will be able to find our outpost. God, I hope so. There she is. Alright. Once we make this jump, I can show you what we actually got from the derelict parts around this planet earlier. And by earlier, I mean yesterday. There we go. Alright. So we got the industrial containers there. Right. Bad. So yesterday we didn't get too much. We were trying to get everything we needed in order to set up a good outpost here. The life support module is the only thing that we were missing. But now that we have this, the cargo module and the power module, we have everything we need to actually stay out here for a long period of time and do lots of looting. And find a fabrication module and go from there. But I'm gonna have to separate these two quick. Again. Depressurize the whole ship for now. All right. So now we get to play musical modules. Yay. So this guy, this module on the left here is the cargo bay module. It has, as the name would suggest, lots of storage for lots of different things. It's got lots of shelf space for putting things on. It's got 2 sets of chests, two chests for each of the different upgrade types. And then, yeah, these are the 5 raw base resources I was talking about. These 4 are the 4 resources that you can mine. They're actually going to be doing a major overhaul to pretty much all of the mining aspect here in the next patch. So I think, yeah. Put the light on, a little easier to see. That guy is disconnected. Get up top here. Remember where the RCS control is. There it is. Right now, the only thing that there is as far as like any form of AI would be turrets. I'm pretty sure they're planning on adding in some NPCs for the storyline part of it. But right now, no. There's no creatures or NPCs whatsoever. The only other things that you'll see in the game is other players, potentially. Alright, that should be good. Oh, no. We're mostly stopped. Alright. Let's go detach the life support and get that guy hooked up, which... there's room. I'll make room. Oh yeah, there should be room for the life support module in there. I'm probably going to run into my power module, but oh well. There is, yeah. So you get a tutorial when you first start the mission, and there is a bit of a storyline that you can follow. I went through it in a single player game before, so I'm going to be getting into that again in a little bit, but not right now. Probably in the probably next week or so is when I'm going to start doing the storyline missions. But for right now, I just wanted to get a base set up in the starter area and one out here to try to get some of the other good resources. This wasn't even the system I was originally planning on going for. I was planning on going to Athnar, which is the next planet out, but yesterday I couldn't get to it due to it being behind the sun without doing a second jump, and when we got here we ran across the cargo module with the 2 industrial containers and the doomed outpost, so I figured this would be a great opportunity to show everybody the doomed outposts because they are fantastic. No, it is all first person. Yeah, I figured that was going to happen. Bumped into my power storage module, which I knew was going to happen at some point here. Hold back further, but oh well. This means I have to go chasing after it here soon. Alright, so got that guy attached. Now, where's my power module at? There you are. Get back here. Ah, wrong button. Actually, that is pretty much exactly how I want it to go anyway. So that actually worked out quite nicely. Out there. Back from it a bit. Scrooch over. And we'll get this guy attached up. Alright, so that'll be the core modules that we need. We'll get the catalyst set up in the power module, get that producing power. Then, make sure everything is repaired. Get out of here. Off. Run out of power. Overshot. Overshot. Go. Get ourselves closer. Of the cargo module. My favorite place to dock. Should be good. Switch to our docking cam. There. Calculate here. Right about there. Oop. Right now, it is just me. One of those. Loop. There's no reason to take those with me for right now. Can't break them down yet. Not until we have a not until we have a fabrication module. Well, that guy can go down below. Leave my warp cells here. That. Alright, so now we gotta look for damage. Inside first. Get that all repaired up. Right there. Alright. Next up. Gonna need to flame that guy. I can sleep here tonight. Right, damage up top, damage down here. Oh, that took a lot to repair. Damage back here too. I do have a couple pistols, yeah. Right now they're currently sitting on the ship. I haven't found any rifles yet. Athnar, there's a number of spawn points for the rifles out there, I know. And then if you actually follow the storyline, you end up getting some pretty decent weapons. This guy right now is just a repair tool, so no damage that does. Let's get that guy set up there. Get our catalysts in place. I think they're all through. Then put this guy on. Powering up. Disable artificial gravity. Repair this. So with that, we've got a substantial amount of power generation here. Go. Yeah, 2,500 power generation. Love it. Yeah, so there is a single player section of the game as well, so you can definitely play that way if you'd like. Alright, so we got everything on. Not gonna take much damage. This guy's running and gonna last. Oh, damn. Perfect. See any other damage in here? Oop, that's something I wanted to check. Full integrity, 100%. Perfect. That's what I like to see. And open up door. Thank you. Yep. Now that's that. This is 100%. How's about this guy? This guy is 100% as well. I think the industrial containers out back have a little damage to them though. I remember seeing some sparking. Yeah, I see some sparking. Let's get those fixed up quick. Then, I think I'm gonna grab one more thing off from my ship. I think we're good. Start making some oxygen and yeah, or some air, and we'll be good to go. Ow. I grab this resource injector. I have another use for the catalyst. Now I'm gonna swap backpacks because that needs some power regen to it. So let's get this guy refilled so it's ready to go for when we need it. That. Load. Unload. Then put that there, and before I put the oxygen over there, get the resource injector in there. In here we will put that guy. Then we'll transfer oxygen into it and it will start making air. Resource injector just makes so it takes less oxygen and nitrogen in order to produce. Let's throw in, you know what? Let's throw all of it in. Why not? There we go. We're already making. Good. We are full on power, so let's get all of this stuff refined. No sense in having it sit here as raw resources not doing any good. Okay. 2 minutes at 3,000 a second. It'll suck some power, but I think we're good. Also going to grab that guy. Put you back. You have resources. As do you. Others do as well. That guy has resources. Have servo motor. Ew, mind that. Power that off. Take the carbon filters out of here. It is on the brink of death. That's fine. Hey. Go ahead and throw our servo motor in here, which will reduce the power consumption from 3K to 1.5K. Wait for this to finish. Down with the dry ice. Alright, put all of that. And let's throw the rest of our nitrogen back into there. Good on oxygen. Yeah, I'm gonna close that. This is corridor A. So, in order to pressurize this, I want the main room, corridor A, prep room, and the airlock room. And that is good to be there. This guy's not getting pressurized anytime soon, because that's a lot that we need. Alright, and we will throw our carbon filters in here, which will take our O2 consumption down to 0. I don't need to have my helmet on right now. Oh, not that one. Oh, I had a their Proteus helmet. Okay. So, we are good to go in our new outpost out here. Got power, got everything we need. Tomorrow we can go ahead and actually do some more looting and get over to Athnar, see if we can find ourselves an Argus. So, with that, I need to head to bed because it's like 2 a.m. here right now. But, thank you guys for coming out. And Miguel, I really hope that you end up buying the game. I think you'll really enjoy it. Alright, thanks much guys. Y'all have a good night.